What's going on, everybody? Kennybombx is in the building, and we still have no idea what's going on with Mortal Kombat 1. Personally, I'm still hoping for another story expansion along with Kombat Pack 3, but until we get the official word from Netherrealm Studios, I don't know what to tell you. So today, we're talking about Mortal Kombat 13 and which characters from the Mortal Kombat 1 roster will not make it into the next game. But first, don't forget to drop a like on this video and smash that subscribe button if you have not already. Now let's get into it.
Run, boy, they coming on.
So the first character we have here is Scorpion. And Kuai Liang's version of Scorpion went through quite a few things in Mortal Kombat 1's main story, finding out Bi-Han may have accidentally played a part in his father's death. He pretty much had to babysit Smoke throughout the whole story, and then when we got to Chaos Reigns, Bi-Han crashed out at his wedding. But Scorpion came out on top of things at the end and even gained a new ally. So there's a lot more story you can tell around this Scorpion character, so I don't see him going away anytime soon. But I could be wrong about that, because we got this Hanzo Hasashi kid looming around in the background, and we know he is traditionally Scorpion. But does that mean Kuai Liang has to die? I don't think so. We could see Liu Kang bless Kuai Liang with the same abilities he had in the previous universe, and he could pick that mantle of Sub-Zero back up. I think Kuai Liang stays alive. I don't know if he stays as Scorpion or exactly where we go with this character, but I don't see them killing off Kuai Liang and Bi-Han, because at that point, who's going to be our Sub-Zero? Speaking of Sub-Zero, unfortunately, in the previous video we did, we were wrong. Bi-Han, unfortunately, is dead. Now, do I see him getting restored as Sub-Zero from Noob Saibot? If he does, then what happens to Noob Saibot? Do we just completely get rid of that character? That's something I don't want to see, but I also didn't want to see Bi-Han turn into Noob Saibot this early. But unfortunately, based on his tower ending, he's escaped the Temple of the Elements. He does not want to be restored, so Bi-Han will not be returning in Mortal Kombat 13. Who's going to be our Sub-Zero? Absolutely no idea. I just hope it's not Frost. Now, the next character we have here is Liu Kang. Liu Kang will most definitely be back in Mortal Kombat 13, as we know. But one thing about Liu Kang is, in the previous universe, no matter what Raiden did, he always ended up dying. And something pretty interesting happened in Mortal Kombat 1. Liu Kang gave up his immortality. You only take that from Liu Kang for one or two reasons. Reason number one, just like we've seen with some other things in Liu Kang's universe, some things are just inevitable. In a previous universe, Liu Kang's death was inevitable, so it's possible Liu Kang will be dying in this universe as well. Now, if this happens, all hell will break loose, because if Liu Kang's dead in his own universe, who's in charge at that point? He's going to have to pass the power back to Raiden again, and we're going to have to reset the timeline all over again. It's just going to be a mess, ladies and gentlemen. Reason number two, you want us to think Liu Kang can die. Let's say Onaga is the final boss in the next game. If we know Liu Kang is immortal and Onaga can't kill him, that takes a lot of power out of your big bad guy's hands. But if Onaga's sitting there beating him near death, that's going to bring us to the edge of our seats, because we know Liu Kang can die, and he's also no stranger to death. So while Liu Kang will definitely make it into Mortal Kombat 13, it's going to be very interesting to see why they planted this seed. Now, the next character we have here is Raiden. Of course, this is Earthrealm's champion right now, so I mean, really not much to say about him. It's going to be interesting to see if we get to see Dark Raiden, but he will definitely be in Mortal Kombat 13 as well. Next, we have Kung Lao. Now, Kung Lao is a character that kind of reminds me of Krillin. In order for Goku to get on that path to becoming a Super Saiyan, Frieza had to kill Krillin. Very sad moment, but it had to happen. General Shao was made out to be a scrub in Mortal Kombat 1, as he usually is in Mortal Kombat games these days. I feel like if we are going to put him on the road to becoming Shao Kahn, he has to kill one of our main characters. Now, we all love Kung Lao. I don't like Kung Lao in this universe, but killing Kung Lao would be a big moment in the opening cinematic of Mortal Kombat 13, And I think if General Shao did it, that would make everybody take him serious again, but I don't think it's going to happen. Maybe not yet. It's not time for Kung Lao to take that hit yet, so I'm going to say he's going to be on the base roster. Hopefully they expand his character a little bit more. Give the man an edge, because as he is right now, just doesn't work for me, brother. Now the next one we got on the list here is Katana. You know what? This top list, we got everybody checking out. Katana will most definitely have to be in Mortal Kombat 13 because, I mean, I think her and Melina are somehow going to end up feuding and going against each other. I mean, hopefully if it doesn't full-blown happen in Mortal Kombat 13, those seeds are at least planted, because if we can't get yearly story expansions, this thing's going to take forever to play out, because we probably won't even be getting this next game until like 2028. But Melina will be locked in. Now, Kenshi is one I think could go one way or the other. He was one of the main characters in Mortal Kombat 1, so I'm going to go ahead and lock him in as well, along with his homeboy Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage, again, another one of the main characters in the game, so we're going to say he's for sure going to be on the roster as well. Now, all of these characters can't come back, and off of that top row, we only knocked out one guy. So let's see what we get on the second row. I think we're going to knock out a lot more. Smoke. Smoke's going to die. Smoke is going to die. That's why we do not have the Cyber Smoke skin in Mortal Kombat 1. They are saving it for when it's actually canon. Smoke is not going to make it out of Mortal Kombat 13. Will he be on the base roster? I think he might be. But during that story, Smoke is definitely going to die. Something's going to happen where they turn this man into Cyber Smoke. And I can't wait to see it. Next, we got Rain. Now, you know what? Rain is a character who traditionally either doesn't make it in or he makes it in as DLC. He got in Mortal Kombat 1. I think, you know, playstyle-wise, the way his character looks, love him. But he didn't have a huge part in the story. So if they're going to be cycling some of these characters out and bringing some other characters in, unfortunately for the Rain players, I don't think we see Rain in Mortal Kombat 13. Now we are getting pretty spicy here, ladies and gentlemen, because we move on to Li Mei. Now, before Mortal Kombat 1, we hadn't seen Li Mei in a pretty long time. The 3D era characters pretty much got abandoned. I think she popped back up in Mortal Kombat 1 and she had a pretty good spot in the story, but did she leave a lasting impact where we actually need her to move forward? As a playable character, I don't think so. I don't think so. And I know a lot of y'all love Li Mei, but Netherrealm Studios is not bringing back all of these characters because we still got a lot of other characters we got to cycle in. But I will say, I'm about 49-51 on Li Mei, so I could be wrong, but I just feel like a lot of these 3D characters that got in here this time will not make it back in next time. Speaking of the devil, next up we have Tanya. Now, Tanya and Li Mei, both of them got pretty good spots in Chaos Reigns, but I think they may have got those spots because they will be falling back from those characters in Mortal Kombat 13. And now we move on to a classic character. Now, Baraka, much like Sonya Blade, is hit or miss. I'd say more hit than miss. But Baraka is an important character in this Mortal Kombat universe right now. With the whole new Tarkat thing and Melina actually having it, I think you're going to want to have Baraka continue in this story and on the roster. So I'm going to lock him in. Next, we have Geras. Geras, another important character in the Mortal Kombat universe right now. Liu Kang's right-hand man, you just can't get rid of him because he can't die. Now, you could keep him involved in the story without putting him on the roster, but I think Geras most definitely makes it in. Now we move on to Reptile. One of our main Mortal Kombat characters, but he makes it into a lot of games and he also misses a lot of games. I think they're building something good with Reptile here though, so I think he'll definitely move forward and be in Mortal Kombat 13. Ashura, oh boy, I'm gonna have to cancel Christmas on Ashura. They did some pretty freaky deaky things with Ashura in Mortal Kombat 1. They linked her with Reptile. Now she's training with the Earthrealm warriors. I don't know. A lot of people want to see Serena in these games finally, so I wouldn't be surprised if they take Ashura out and replace her with Serena on the base roster. It'd be interesting to see what they do with Serena though. Next we got Havik, and Havik is not coming back. I think Havik probably shouldn't have been on the base roster in Mortal Kombat 1. For some reason, they locked him and you had to finish the story to get him unlocked. I thought he was going to play a big part in the story, but he really just got his face burnt off and that was it. Now, Titan Havik did pop up at the end, so I think Havik should have been kept off of the base roster until Titan Havik invaded, and they should have put him in Combat Pack 2. But you know what? Played out how it played out, and because of that, I feel like his character in the main story was not strong enough to move forward. So I don't know. I was really excited to see Havik come back to these Mortal Kombat games because I loved him in Deception, but the way he was portrayed in Mortal Kombat 1 was just not good. Titan Havik was great, but basic Havik is who we don't care about. Now we move on to Sindel. I think Sindel will most definitely be revived in Mortal Kombat 13, and I think General Shao is going to have something to do with it, and then General Shao and Sindel will take over the throne, giving us Shao Kahn and Queen Sindel ruling over Outworld. I mean, the story writes itself. He links up with Shang Tsung and Quan Chi, two characters who will most definitely be returning to Mortal Kombat 13. Now we have the Deadlier Alliance, with Onaga in the crockpot cooking on low to give us a big tease at the end of the story to lead us into Mortal Kombat 14, which we'll get in 2032? I don't know. But now we have two more hard pills to swallow, because there is absolutely no way Natara makes it back into Mortal Kombat 13, and there is absolutely no way Reiko, who got jobbed out more than any other character in Mortal Kombat 1, will make it into 13. Now we move on to our Chaos Reigns DLC characters. I think Cyrax will definitely make it in. And if Cyrax makes it in, then we already know Sector will be making it in as well, especially because she was positioned in a big way at the end of Chaos Reigns. And with Bihan being one of the most important characters in Mortal Kombat 1, I don't see you getting rid of him either. So unfortunately, Noob Saibot will be back and Bihan will not be Sub-Zero. Now, Ermac is one of my favorite characters in Mortal Kombat, so I'm bringing him back because of that alone. But he's also holding the souls of Sindel and King Jared, so I think that kind of locks him in where we don't have to worry about him not making it into the next game. And the last character we have here is Takeda, who is going to be another 50-50. Now, his trailer got viewed kind of more than anybody else's did, so it looks like this character is very popular. And I think if they see that, and if they're looking for popular characters, then they might write him into the story, so it's possible. And you've already introduced Takeda in this universe, so if you're bringing back the other combat kids, then you might as well bring Takeda back along with them. So we marked out 9 characters. Sub-Zero has a little asterisk besides them because Sub-Zero's definitely going to be back. We just don't know who's going to play that character. And that leaves us some space to bring back other characters like Sonya, Cabal, Jax, Kano, the other classic Mortal Kombat characters who didn't make it into Mortal Kombat 1. But did I mark out the right characters? Let me know in the comment section who y'all think will not make the cut. Thank y'all for tuning into this video. Don't forget to drop a like on it and smash that subscribe button if you have not already. Bomb Squad, let's get to that.